welcome back to Wendy's Colouring, and today's video is, about my guilty secret today. Because books, as you've probably imagined if you've watched any of my hauls, I have quite a lot of books. More books than I wish to count, if I'm really honest. But, sadly, the amount of them that I have not coloured even a page in has this year, again, perhaps not surprisingly, grown quite a lot. Combination of two things. I buy more than I can colour. I colour very slowly. So my collection has grown. I'm not bothered. It doesn't actually bother me. I've just had a look through my bookshelf that's heaving full of books. And I have, not counting postcard books or calendars or teeny tiny books, which for some reason in my head don't add to my list. I have 104 uncoloured books. Obviously, this video could go on for quite a while. I'm not going to do that to you, don't panic. We'll be here all day otherwise. But I have picked out 25 books that are uncoloured to me. I think most of them I did buy in 2022. There might be the odd one that was an earlier purchase, but I think most of them were 2022 that I would definitely like to get to this year. I'm not going to make myself a list and say I must colour this 25, because that's just the kiss of death for me. I will guaranteed break my own rules as soon as I set one, because that's who I am. If I tell myself I have to do it, then I don't feel like doing it, so I won't do it. It's not the way to motivate myself, I know that. But I thought I'd share a few of my sad 100 that I've bought. I like them, but sadly I haven't yet got to them. Quite a few, like I say, are this 2022's purchases, and I generally, if I've bought books, as you know if you've watched, I don't just buy one or two books, and realistically I'm not going to colour in those the following month necessarily. Normally I've got a project on the go, I've got other things that I want to do, so as a result they add up quite a bit. Sorry, I've got a bit of sheen going on, haven't you, with my light? I'll move that. Oh no, I won't, because I get the other side then. There's no winning sometimes. I'll do that. But this one, I think maybe November, October, not sure off the top of my head. But this is new to me, although the original version obviously isn't new. Is it Kingdom of Curious Creatures by Kanoko Gusa? Beautiful book. I suppose it is a little bit on the intimidating side, but I have coloured in my other one, which name escapes me now I'm thinking about it. But I have done a page in my other one. It didn't take watercolour very well. I am curious to see whether this British copy will take any better colouring. Wet mediums, still quite thin paper, isn't it, really? It is not Hannah Carlson paper, so I'm thinking possibly not. But beautiful images. A little bit on the intimidating side, and certainly pages like, I do find when I'm looking at my big pile, that is a common factor in my pile of uncoloured books. If it's this kind of Joanna Basford size square, I don't love doing them. I think they take me quite a bit longer. I don't quite know why, and I'm not the speediest of colourers, and obviously in order to get anything done, that can be tricky, but certainly I would like to definitely get one at least done in Kingdom of Curious Creatures by Kanoko Gusa. Pop it down there, out the way. This next one is a strange one for me. I think this is definitely a 2021 buy for me. It's a sneak into this list. So Fairies in Woodlands by Marcos Chin. I don't know what it is with this book. There's pages in it are beautiful, and there's obviously some black background pages, but it's just not a book I reach for, and I'm in two minds whether this is going to go into the unhaul video in some respects. But then I open a page like this and I think that is beautiful, but there's some look how detailed some of that is. It's so tiny, and I'm quite patient, but this Yeah, I know we could just go over it, but it's not how I colour, and I find it very difficult to make myself just put green over that whole section and not work into each of those individual little shapes. I know, I make my own life difficult. But there are some beautiful pages in this. It's cute. There's some lovely... See again, look at the size of them. Tiny, tiny little... Oh, hello. Tiny little wee things. But there are some absolutely beautiful pages in this. But yeah, I open it, flip through it, see some of them tiny things. And I don't love some of the... Like, what is this? A shell with something coming out of it. Some kind of dragonish thing. This does nothing for me either, this page. So there's some pages I really like, and then quite a few pages that I kind of think, oh, I'm not sure I'm ever going to colour this, even though it's quite cute in places. Like, that's a nice page. There are some nice pages in it, but then there's some pages that I know I won't... Oh, what's this? Why have I got a loose page in my book? Should that be... That shouldn't be loose, should it? Oh, look, that's just come out. Well, oh dear. Never noticed that before when I was flipping through. And I've got a loose page in this book. That's right at the front as well, isn't it? How has that happened? Yeah, well, I've also got a damaged page in this book that I've never used. Frozen Wonderland, illustrations by Marcus Chin. I'm not sure what I think about it. Don't know. I'm still, haven't even just looked through it, I'm still undecided. If that one's still not coloured by the end of the year, that one is going. I think is where we are with that one. This one, it was definitely new to me. I think I did get this from Amazon in the end, but or maybe I didn't. Maybe I got it from one of the book outlet places. It is a bit damaged. There you go. You can just about see the attractive. It kind of looks like it's been squashed in a roller. But I do quite like this Mysterious Planet by no idea. Something Conan. Don't know. Sorry. I do quite like this. Paper's not brilliant in it. Some pages, like, yeah, let's be honest, this, you've probably got to be imaginative here, haven't you, and do something amazing around it. No, but I do quite like some of this, like that's a cute page. Some of the mandalas, probably not. But there are a few pages in here that I really do like. It has different themes in the different chapters, and I think some of them, I quite like doing bugs every so often, and it does have some. Look at these, some of the Christmassy, wintry pages are cute as well. This book I really do quite like, but yeah, I just haven't got to it. And it just sits there quietly on the shelf getting ignored a little bit. So I'd like to make a start in this one, I think, this year. There's lots of really cute, more cute pages. Animals in trees. Cute animals. But yeah, I quite like this one. Mysterious Planets by, I don't know how easy it is to get hold of. If you want the ISBN, there you go, so you can see it. But yeah, I quite like it. It's not, again, not the best paper in there, but it is one I do like. And then this pile is, yeah, a bit of a shame pile, I think. You thought there was just going to be one, but there wasn't. There was two. So yeah, I kind of bought these pretty much all around the same time, so it doesn't surprise me that I've got a couple of these that I haven't coloured. And I think there are some, sadly to say, there are some more Eerie books in my stack that I haven't coloured, but they're the tracing ones. I think I've got two of the tracing ones, and I would like to get the third, but I haven't got to colouring them yet. What is this one? Yeah, one I haven't got yet. If I'm honest, one is not my favourite out of all of them, but there's still some cute pages in here, and certainly I would like to do one in here to get started in it, because there are some cute pages that definitely need working on, and it is just a question of I hadn't got time to it. Two I like a bit better. I've definitely not coloured one and two. See, I'm lying, I have coloured one and two. Oh, you'll have to go, you cannot be in this pile. Put you over there. Don't know how that snuck in, but definitely one. Oh no, now my list is 24, not 25. Like it matters. But yeah, one I definitely do want to colour in one, because I love all the Eerie books. It's just, again, it's that big square format. Slightly scares me. They take me ages. Again, they don't love water mediums, do they? So they take me a long time. This one, the doll book that I can't remember who it's by, and I should have looked. I meant to sit down and look these up. Oh, let's see. Draw a Lovely You by, can I see it? No, I'm sure you all know though, because it's been a very popular book. I haven't started in any of these yet, obviously, because it's in this video. Again, I don't know quite why. I think this is one of those books I can't decide if it knocks me a bit sick or not, or I really like it. It's kind of in that strange place. Like, I quite like some of them, but some of them then go a little bit far on the sweet side for me, I think. Plus, I do always find it a little bit challenging when you've got the version right next to it, because then I kind of feel you have to do it how they've done it. I know you don't, but I can end up putting that pressure on myself. Look at her eyes on that one. Love that one. Beautiful colour work. Actually, that's quite a nice page, isn't it? Maybe I might try and do this page. I think I prefer it a bit bigger, actually, as well, thinking about it now as I'm flipping through, because there's a lot of detail in some of these more little images. But it's a stunning, it is a stunning book. But yeah, so far it's just not been one I've reached for, but I might even mark that page with the lovely eyes. Where's she gone? There. Let me get a bookmark. Oh, I've got it to hand. Oop, can't get hold of one. There we go. Might mark that page. Might try and be good next month and try and do that one. Next one, I bought two did I buy two and some postcards? I think I bought two and some postcards when I bought this Carolina Kubikowska, Other Side of the Dream, and it's a beautiful book. As you can see, it's got like a pearly cover, really stunning. And I did work in the other one. My other one's ring bound, but I didn't find it easy to work in the other one. I think that's what's putting me off with this one. And obviously this is very sketchbook like. It isn't textured paper, but obviously it looks like it's textured paper the way it's printed. And I suppose the obvious thing is just to work watercolour or distress ink over this. But I obviously do a lot of colour pencil work, and I found this black print, like there's a lot of heavy black, isn't there? Which is obviously is her style, it's how it's supposed to be. But yeah, I find it a bit off-putting to start in. I just kind of feel like I don't know where to start with it. But it's an absolutely stunning book. I love the artwork in it. I would never get rid of it just purely because it's just such a beautiful book, isn't it, to look through as it is. There's part of me that thinks, does it even need colour? It's kind of lovely just as pen and ink. Could maybe do just a bit of distressed old paper colour or something like that on it, and that's all it needs, isn't it? It's lovely as it is, but obviously that's not why I bought it. So I kind of think I'd like to try and have another go in this and be brave. Perhaps I need to do it when I'm actually on holiday so I can have a bit of mental thinking about what to do with it. But I would like to try and work in that this year. Then another one which when I was looking on the shelf I was quite surprised I hadn't done anything in it really. Galaxy Girls and Zodiac colouring book. I think I got this with one of Mystic Art Mirror's other books at the time, and when I've looked, I've worked in. I'm trying to see it now on the shelf, and I can't. In fact, I don't think they say it on the side, do they? No, they don't. So, whatever the other one was, I've worked in that one, but I haven't worked in this one that I bought at the same time. And this, I think, I think I prefer to the other one that I have worked in, bizarrely. But yeah, I do like her work. I seem to go through phases of doing it and then having a break from it. But yeah, this is one I'd definitely like to get to. And the print on this is, it's really good quality card paper. I'm not sure which you describe it as, but so far I've chickened out on this book. And yeah, oh look, she's even signed it. More reason that I actually need to get on with it. Because yeah, it is beautiful. It's a very nice book. I like that combination on the back as well. Then two that I did get, again, I think it was maybe October, September. Two I got, both beautiful images. I've got, I think it's Cinderella and Snow White by Amanda Junk from her website. And yeah, so far I have not started. She's also done me a little message, and I have a lovely little poster that she sent with them as well. Lovely books. And in some respects, that makes it harder to start, because now I'm like, oh, I don't want to spoil them because they're lovely. And I think I've had this in my colouring plans a few times, and then just, they're quite big pages, they're quite detailed pages. And yeah, just time has been my enemy, really. that by the time I finished some of the other pages that I wanted to get done, I've just felt, oh, I'm not going to be able to get that finished. So every time I've not done it, I think I've normally picked the Snow White version, but these are beautiful books, and I really would like to get some done in both of these, because they're just, yeah, lovely, lovely books. Slightly different illustration style, which again I quite like, doing something a little bit different. Great, good quality paper in them. A little bit different, but they are, you know, there's quite a bit of really interesting detail in them, which again I think it's the kind of book that I need to start earlier on in the month, so I know I've got time to get it done. But in my head I kind of always think, oh, I'll do some ones that are a bit quicker first, so I've got some done, and then by the time I'm picking this up I'm like, oh, I've not got enough time to do this one. Or has this one got a poster in as well? Is it a different one? Yeah. Lovely books, great quality. It's a crime they're just sat on the shelf, so yeah, another one that this year I definitely need to make a start in. Excuse my creaky chair as usual. And then I think this one was bought for me, and again it's a lovely quality book. Again, it's not a new book, is it? Jasmine Beckett Griffiths, Mermaids. I think I have the colouring Heaven Special. I haven't coloured in that either. I think I'm going to be unhauling some of my colouring Heaven, because I just don't colour in them in the main, unless it's like a special month. I tend to use them for those kind of things. But this one, yeah, so far I think it's kind of the mermaid thing. I don't quite know why, but last year I kind of realised actually I don't love colouring sea based imagery. Don't quite know why. This I think might be a bit easier because it doesn't feel like you've got to do acres of sea. I know you've got fish swimming about, but I suppose it does still need to be blue because you've got fish swimming about, doesn't it? What am I talking about? But yeah, I kind of realised mermaids are not it for me. I just don't enjoy them. I don't quite know why. But yeah, just something about it. I just really, no, just doesn't call to me. But there are some stunning pages in this book. It's beautiful quality paper. Obviously you can look up some of her artwork as well to work from. It's just a stunning book, and it's disgraceful that it's still on my shelf uncoloured. I do want to try and do one in it sooner rather than later. And then I've got a big stack of my Japanese books that, yeah, so far I haven't got to. This one, I think I ordered this from Etsy because I couldn't find it anywhere. Tomiko Tashiro's fashion colouring book. This book I really do like. I think it's really lovely. It's a bit different. I like the fashions in it, which is the reason I bought it in the first place. But we're back to the square book again, and I just know these pages are going to take me so long to do. And so as a result, it kind of puts me off picking it up. Even though, again, I really love the artwork in it. I think some of the pages, like, you know, I really do want to do some of these pages. They're just stunning. I maybe don't want to do some of this, because that is, again, small and tiny. And see, I should say the same for this, like, oh, this is a nightmare, but because it's in a dress, my mind's like, yeah, but it's a dress, so it'd be alright if you colour it. But yeah, persuading myself to start, because none of these are small pages to get going in. They're all quite evolved. Yeah, I do like it though. I think it's a really interesting book. It's not so easy to find now, I don't think. It wasn't easy to find when I bought it. But yeah, it's another one that I'm going to need to persuade myself to start, just because the details are small, the pages are quite big. Paper's not too bad in it though. It's not the best, but it's not the worst either. So yeah, fashion colouring book by Tomoko Tashiro. I probably said that wrong, but yeah, if you want the ice pen, if you want to go on a hunt for it, I'm sure there are still copies out there somewhere. And then I have two from the Colours Make You Happy by Mikitaki. Disgraceful, isn't it? I think I've had this one longest, and I know what's put me off with this is because everything is quite small and my eyes are old. I like it, it's cute, but yeah, the lines are quite thin, quite pale and quite detailed, and so I know I'm going to have to wear my glasses for the whole time I'm colouring it, which does put me off a little bit, but it's beautiful. I've got no excuse about the size because these are a little bit smaller than, if I get that one back that we just had, a bit smaller than the average kind of, doing that terribly. Let's try that again. So they are a bit smaller than the normal book. I get one that actually, if I get a jar of basket, it makes more sense, doesn't it, than people actually know what I'm talking about. So compared to Word of Flowers, which I have coloured in, hurrah, they're a little bit smaller. So yeah, they're not, I've got no excuse on the size of it, because no excuse at all. This one I've not had so long, which is all the kind of dance and theatre costumes, and I think the drawing in this is a little bit bigger, so I kind of, if I'm going to start on one of these, I think it's probably going to be this one, because these pages are a little bit more, they're still very busy, but they feel a little bit easier to work in. But again, both lovely books, totally recommend them. Just, yeah, haven't got to them yet, haven't persuaded myself to start them. And then another set of two that, again, I really like the pair of them. I should have totally written down what these are. I think one is the Room of Requirement and the other one's about shops, I think. Basically, it's shops I love and rooms I love and things like that. By, oh, have I written it down? Oh, I have written it down. Hurrah! I'm not so sure about the translation. I don't think that's what it is. But anyway. But again, a book, I think, again, this one has been in my colouring plans a few times. Most of these are doubles, which I know is the reason why I haven't got to the pages that I wanted to do before. There's some of these lovely stitch clothing pages at the front I know I had marked off. And I really, I think it's a lovely book. I am looking forward to actually doing something in it. But like this, I think is a lovely page. It would be stunning once it's done. But obviously it's a big time commitment. And the paper's very smooth in this book. It's quite thick. But yeah, I would be a bit nervous about wetting it. Might have to try it. Has it got anything at the back that we could try it on? There's like a map, isn't there? And then we've got the postcards. I might sacrifice the map and see what it's like if we wet it, because I do like that. And then the same for the room book. Have I done a translation? No, I have not. Silly me. But yeah, again, it's more of this kind of same, really. It's rooms inside, which, considering I've been doing so much in my vintage My Room book, you'd think I'd tackle this one. But yeah, somehow the paper in my vintage room is, I can use watercolour and all sorts on it, so it really does speed up these big room pages. But a bit more nervous about doing it in this paper. But I do love this book. I think it's, again, I love the drawing style. It's very pretty, very precise. They're very nice. Don't regret having them. Definitely would like to get them both coloured. Maybe I should stop buying sets of books. Clearly it's a problem. These also by a Machine. Again, lovely books. Really like them. Obviously, I always like an Alice in Wonderland book. I've worked in a few of them last year, but I didn't get to this one, which is Wonderland, colouring book inspired by Alice's Adventures. Again, quite fun little animations. It's a bit more detailed than the Alice book that I have been working in last year. But I do still like the drawing style of it, and obviously some really nice interior rooms and exteriors to work in. And again, the style is just a little bit different from Alice. I just quite like it. It's still got that wacky feel to it, but it's slightly a bit different. And then I think this one is all kinds of different fairy tales. My cover's coming off, sorry, it's getting on my nerves. Hey Mr. Rabbit, why are you running? This one has some nice little teaching bits and pieces and trial pages that you can work through. But I really like this one as well. But yeah, so far I have not got to it. Pinocchio. Oh, sorry, catching a page. Quite like this little telephone. Oh, look, it's by a little tree with some birds in it. But again, it's a double, isn't it? And here lies my problem. Why I have so many books uncoloured. Because time and the speed I work means I did not get to it. But I'm okay with that. Because I still love them, even uncoloured. I like them. So, 2 more that most definitely are in my list. Thankfully a single, because I was good and did work in the other one this year. So I just have this one from Tonic that so far I haven't got to. I did do a double in Drum and Wenger this year. And obviously this one is a bit more single-sided. So I kind of feel, right, there are doubles. But this one's a bit more approachable in that it's not a massive double page. So, but obviously even the single pages in this book are complicated. They're beautiful. I would like to do a nice job in these. I'm not going to rush through these books because they're just too lovely to rush, aren't they? They're stunning. But yeah, so far this one, not even going to go there. By the lovely Tonic is also uncoloured. This one I most definitely know I haven't coloured in it. It's lovely, but it is a watercolour book. So which colour would you like? And Too Chicken is why this one's uncoloured. These are lovely. Again, it has been in my colouring plans a couple of times and I've chickened out, even though there's doubles, because it is so lovely. I'm kind of like, oh, don't want to do it wrong in this lovely book. Paper in this book is beautiful. I think it is actually watercolour paper. It's really lovely. Back pages are lovely. You've got colour prints in here. But yeah, I'm again definitely going to work in this book this year. Which colour do you like? I have no idea who it's by. Yeah, I did get mine from Book Depository. Can I see it in any of that text? No, I cannot, but I will show you. Although it's tiny. ISBN is on that side if you want to try and find it. Like I say, I did get mine from Book Depository, so they may still have stock. I'm not sure. But yeah, I would definitely like to get to that one this year. This is my one and only Metagraphic book. I'm probably going to stick with just this one till I've actually done something in these. I think just Cat and Bang. It's lovely, but they are very busy pages, aren't they? And they do scare me a little bit. I can't lie. There are some more simple pages, and I think that's how I need to start in it. Really, that one's not too bad with the bees, is it? You've got this little cycling person. And some cogs. Oh, and a light source. Oh, look at that. A light source on the bees. The bees are all light sources. Okay. But yeah, there's a lot going on in these pages, and I think that's what's held me up really. Again, when I'm thinking about ones I can get finished at the end of the month in the time that I have left, I don't look at all these pages and think, yeah, I can quickly colour that and finish that off, no problem. No. These are going to be over a week's work, aren't they, to get done, and it's quite hard going colouring looking at some of these, so I know why I haven't got to it, but that's the same reason that I only have this one, because I think all the mythographics are a bit like that, aren't they, regardless of illustrator. They're very busy pages, and I find that mentally quite difficult.
It doesn't look like you have an app named...
Shut up, watch. Sorry. I find that quite difficult to get my head around what's going on these pages and what to do with it. And I suppose I find it very difficult to I quite like when I'm looking at a page to be able to see in my head what it looks like, what I'm aiming for. And these are so busy that doesn't happen for me. So as a result, I find it hard to start, I think. But yeah, I'm on a mythographic ban. I work in this or I don't get any more. That's how that's how that's going. And then, yes, I have another set that's a little bit naughty, really. So these books by Christina Novak, I have a few. Obviously this one's a mixture of people, but that I got from the same kind of publisher. So I've got Anna's book, Tales from the Stars. I've got this one that's got them both in. I've got this one that's obviously Anna's, and I also have, and it wouldn't fit on, so, and I have this one by Natalia. Lovely hard-backed books, beautiful paper. I do like a portrait. They are stunning books, lovely. I've got no reason for I've not worked in these other than just, yeah, I've got too many at once and just haven't had time to start them. Other books have come first, but they are stunning pieces of art, and that is the one I keep looking at and I still don't do. This one with her that looks like she's got kind of in the tulips, I think is lovely. But yeah, none of these I've started, which is just very naughty of me. Again, they're A4-ish books. They're not quite A4, I don't think. Looks like I was planning to do that page that I've put a lot of things in. But yeah, I just haven't got to them, sadly. Stunning, totally recommend them. Paper in them is beautiful. You've got lovely prints in this one. And this one I thought I would work in more, because it's very kind of in Hannah Carlson's style, but Hannah Carlson's take me long, and these are, hold on, let me get rid of the pile. It does not want to flip with them underneath it. There we go. Hannah Carlson's take me a long time, and this is an even bigger book, so I know why I haven't got to it. Plus I don't like them scary dolls. But look, mushrooms, and I've not even coloured them. It's criminal. Criminal. Yeah, I would like to make myself have a go in some of these, because they're... No. Scary dolls, not for me. But I do like a lot of these. Rabbit in a chair with his eggs around him. And this, obviously, very Hannah Carlson in some respects. But yeah, so far, haven't got to this one either. Yeah, very nice selection of books that I most definitely should have coloured in at some point during this year, but because of the amount of books I have and time I don't have, yeah, I haven't got to them. So hopefully at some point these books will turn up this year with at least one page done this year. Crossing fingers, if time allows. I'd like to certainly get to some of these. I know a lot of you would be like, you've got 104 books that you've not coloured in. That's disgraceful. I don't care. I love my books. I love looking at my books, even like this, like they are, uncoloured. There's still so many of them, just beautiful works of art in themselves, and I can appreciate them for that. It doesn't really bother me that there's 104 not coloured in. You know me, I'm still going to buy some more, because, you know, I like my books too much to stop. But I might get rid of some. That's seriously on my mind. Of a pile I've been looking through and think, no, I'm definitely never going to colour in them. They are not for me. But thank you for watching. Hopefully you've seen something of interest to you. Obviously I've bought these over quite a bit of time. I can't honestly say how easy some of them would be to find, whether they're still in print, some of them, I don't know. By all means, if there's something you can't find, I can have a look where I bought them from and see if the link's still active. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, thank you for watching my pile of naughtiness. I do apologise. Hope you're having a good time with your colouring. Bye bye.